parang harvest time, for the vineyard. And in verse 2, it says here that he agreed to pay them a denarius for the day and send them into his vineyard. Okay, and then verse 3, about 9 o'clock in the morning, he went out and saw others standing in the marketplace doing nothing. And he told them, you also go and work in my vineyard, and I will pay you whatever is right. And so they went. He went out again at about noon, and about 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and did the same thing. And about 5 o'clock in the afternoon, he went out and found still others standing around. He asked them, why have you been standing here all day long doing nothing? All right? Because no one has hired us, they answered. And he said to them, okay, you also go and work in my vineyard. And then when evening came, the owner of the vineyard said to his foreman, call the workers and pay them their wages, beginning with the last one's hired and going on to the first. Verse 9, the workers who were hired about 5 o'clock in the afternoon came and each received a denarius. And so when those came who were hired first, they expected to receive more. But each one of them also received a denarius. When they received it, they began to grumble against the landowner. These who were hired last work only 1 hour, they said, and you have made them equal to us who have borne the burden of the work and the heat of the day. But he answered one of them, I am not being unfair to you, friend. Didn't you agree to work for a denarius? Take your pay and go. I want to give the one who was hired last the same as I gave you. Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money? Or are you envious because I am generous? And verse 16, so the last will be the first and the first will be the last. So itong story na to ay nagpakita sa atin na itong landowner, yung asendero, 5 times that he went out. No? Una, very early in the morning. Pangalawa, 9 o'clock. Pangatlo, 12 o'clock. Pang-apat, 3 o'clock. And then the fifth time that he went out and hired people, no, hired somebody to work doon sa kanyang vineyard was about 5 o'clock in the afternoon. And so the story says that pagdating ng gabi, when the landowner asked yung kanyang foreman to pay them, and some of them actually complained. Ang sabi nila, bakit kami nagtrabaho na napakatagal and yet we are being paid for 1 denarius. Samantalang itong ibang ito, they have only worked for 1 hour and yet they receive the same amount that we have received also. Ang sabi ng Panginoon dito, ang sabi ng landowner, and I am not being unfair to you. No, ang sabi ng landowner, kung magkano yung pinag-usapan natin, yun ang ibinabayad ko sa inyo. So makikita natin dito na ito yung usual na harvest that they are doing. No? Ito yung mga grapes na sabi nga natin, mga bunga ng isang lupain, no? Ng isang vineyard. So they're harvesting those kind of And of course, from the story, itong story na to, of course, the landowner, ito ang larawan, no? Ito yung nag-illustrate ng Panginoon, no? ng Diyos, no? In this parable, the landowner depicts as how God is as a ruler of His kingdom. Of course, the landowner that is being referred to is none other but God. Ano? Siya ang Panginoon. He is the ruler of His own kingdom. And so in this parable of the landlord or the vineyard workers, there are things, no, may mga bagay po that the Lord wants to tell the disciples. He is actually teaching kasi kung mapabasa po ninyo yung chapter 19, there was a time that Peter was telling the Lord Jesus. Kaya sabi niya, Lord, sumunod kami sa iyo, iniwan na namin lahat. Ano pa ba? Ano bang makukuha namin? Ano bang mapapala namin? And so, this parable was given by the Lord to His disciples in order to tell them some of the things, upang ituro sa kanila ang ilang mga bagay about the grace of God and the truth that God is always more than fair. Magturo ng tungkol sa biyaya ng Diyos at ng katotohanan na ang Diyos ay higit pa sa patas. So he was teaching them as his disciples, and he was also, no, itong mensahe to was also given to us in order to teach us about the grace of God and the truth that God is always more than fair. And so we are going to learn today, this afternoon, some of the three things, no, na pwede natin makita, which is the very heart of the king towards his people. Ano ba ang damdamin? Ano ba ang puso ng Diyos towards his people, towards his workers? And kung si Lord ang landowner, then we can consider ourselves to be the workers. Tayo yung mga manggagawa that was being asked by the Lord to work on his vineyard. So are you still with me? No? So tayo po ay kasama, tayo po yung mga manggagawa that were asked by the Lord to work in His vineyard. And so, what are the things that we need to do as we consider ourselves to be God's workers? Number one, we have to remember that God is generous and gracious. Okay, basahin natin ng sabay-sabay. Ready? Go. God is generous and gracious. No? Ang Panginoon ay mapagbigay at ang Panginoon ay mabait. No? God is generous and gracious. In fact, dito po sa ilang verses na to, makikita natin yung mga katotohanan ng sasabi niya in verse 2 and in verse 15. Ang sabi po sa verse 2, He agreed to pay. No? Sumang-ayon sila, nagkasundo sila na magbabayad. No? Nagkasundo sila na babayaran ng mga manggagawa ng isang denaryo, no, for the whole day. No? And it's not being told here na ito ay for a few hours lamang, but actually for the whole day. So if you started early in the morning, you are going to be paid for 1 denarius for the day para magtrabaho ka sa vineyard ng Panginoon. And in verse 15, ang sabi ng Panginoon doon sa kanyang manggagawa, wala ba akong karapatan? Don't I have the right to do what I want with my own money? No? Wala ba akong karapatan na gawin kung ano ang dapat kong gawin sa aking pera o sa aking kayamanan? Or are you just envious? Ikaw ba ay naiinggit lang because I am generous? So makikita natin dito mga kapatid ang ilang katotohanan